Well, it's official. I do not want to live on this planet anymore. Last Friday today, I'm just in an absolute state of shock because I just can't believe it. But let's start from the beginning. You may have noticed that there's something been trending on Twitter called #ScienceMustFall. Where did this come from, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. A video of #ScienceMustFall meeting where student leaders discussed the decolonisation of universities sparked debates online. A student leader said, "Science as a whole is a product of Western modernity and the whole thing should just be scratched off." So yeah, let's get rid of the hundreds of, thousands of years of scientific advancement because apparently science is now racist. Now, for those of you old enough to remember, you might remember the Science Wars. I'd highly recommend go look that up. That's where feminists decided to say that chemistry was sexist. Yes, that was a thing back in sort of the mid-90s. So it looks like now we are Science Wars Part 2, the decolonisation. And this is absolutely unbelievable because it goes on. Because what do they then want to replace it with? If they want to sort of get rid of, Western science, which it isn't because science has nothing to do with race. Yeah, we must restart science from an African perspective, from our perspective of how we understand science. She went on to describe how people in KwaZulu-Natal believe that black magic can be used to send lightning to strike someone. Can you explain that science? She asked. Yes, very easily. You see, science, the very definition of science is all about testing and observation. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with your nationality. It has nothing to do with that at all. And if you think like that, you're an idiot. Basically, what would happen would be this. You'd go out and you'd test this theory. Can this supposed black magic petitioner send lightning at people? Oh, no, well, no, back we go. That was a waste of, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we've already covered situations like this on my channel. We've already had someone who tried where the US government funded a study into bioenergy healing, and it proved it didn't work, but the paper suggested that they needed more study and that... What's happening? Seriously. Science denialism is taking the worst tracks ever, and it is absolutely terrifying. And it's a good job that yesterday scientists went to the UN and said they wanted to create the world's first space nation, because I, quite frankly, want to go live there. Because if this is the direction that we are going, I really don't want to live on this planet anymore. I really don't. I already on this channel deal with enough science denialism it is with like anti-vaxxers and people that say that modern medicine doesn't work for some arbitrary reason because it doesn't fit in their naturalist philosophy or it doesn't fit to their theory of the four humours. This is just absolutely insane. What's going to happen next? I'm absolutely terrified. I really am. This is shocking. What's even worse is the girl in the video says she's not even part of, like, the science faculty. So I'm like, how can you even think to comment on science when you don't even understand science? I'd recommend to this girl who said that, go do a science degree. Go find out about science. It has nothing to do with your ideas of decolonization. And for those of you interested on why science progressed so much in the West, I highly recommend a book, and there was a documentary series done about it, called Guns, Germs and Steel. And it's all about why the West was the dominant power for so long, why it became so. It's a really good book, and it's a really good read, and it has nothing to do with race or anything like that. There are, as explained in the book, there are a myriad different reasons why the West was so successful versus literally the rest of the world. I'd highly recommend anyone to go and read it. So, on that recommendation, I'm booking my flight to space already.